Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rasyid Ridha. Today I'm going to talk about discourse and pragmatic. So the first thing is the difference between discourse and pragmatics. So pragmatic is part of the discourse, and pragmatics is focusing on finding a meaning with context. It's like the intention the main focus on the pragmatic is the finding the hidden meanings inside a text, something like that. And the scope of the pragmatic is like uh, on like a speech act, axis, implicature, and all of that. But the discourse is beyond the pragmatic, because discourse is not talk about the meaning in the base of like that, but meaning inside the text, all of the text. So discourse is more focusing on like a coherence, connection, cohesion, and in the conversation or text. So in discourse, for if I'm not mistaken, is focusing about the structure and connection between the text. So the next thing is the syntax, semantics, and pragmatics, the difference. So syntax first. Syntax is basically that syntax is the basically the how to arrange words into a complete sentence. And like it's I think it's basically like a grammar. So syntax is arrange words into a sentence. And for example, like this, she goes to campus is the right has the right syntax, because third person and use as and goes. And while the not right the wrong example is like she go to campus, because go is wrong there. So it's basically like knowledge to how to arrange word in the perfect ways. So the next is semantics. So the semantics is basically that finding a meaning in literally, and so it's independent from the content. So in semantics we found meaning just in the text. For example, like this, the bat flew through the window. So there is two kind of possibility there: a bat, that bat animal, and bat like a bat stick, that the bat that people use in baseball, something like that. So yeah, there is two meaning in that because we see in the semantics way, so we don't know what the right one and the intention is. So that is semantics. And pragmatic answer the intention. So pragmatic is it's like the outside of the text, so it's not only inside but outside. For example, like the earlier example, like the bat flew through the window. So in the pragmatic we see the context, what we talking right now, the bad animal or the bad object. So when we have that, we can answer the real intention behind the text. The next is context and context. For what I understand about it is, context is everything that outside from the text that help to give the meaning that intended. uh, the everything outside of, for example, like the settings, the setting of the conversation, everything that outside from the text. Or another example, like the interpersonal knowledge between the speakers, the I, what is it, a good example? The main point is the outside of the text, while the context it's inside of the text. The everything that inside of the text that help to create meaning that intended. So, what I understand about the context is like what we learned 2 weeks ago, like about the cohesion. Cohesion is a part of the context. So uh, reference, substitute, ellipsis, lexical cohesion, or something like that. I think it's a part of the context because it helps to create meaning in the text. So, for example, okay, uh, she late to the class or something like that, and the context it's talking about the in the text that reference before. And maybe in the before of that sentence there is a part like refer to her as a student, so we know that she is a student, something like that. It's hard to explain it, like, while context is like the settings, like outside of the text. So the last is a speech act. So for what I understand about the speech act is a theory from Austin, if I'm not mistaken, and it says like speech act is saying that when we speak, we also doing something like action. So from what I understand, there is three from the Austin, like locution, elocution, and perlocution. Locution is the text itself, like the text. Elocution is the intended of the speaker, the intention of the speaker, and perlocution is the effect to the hearer, for example. So what I understand about the speech act after that is like thoroughly expand the idea, like there is five uh, this commissive, uh, the intention is the one is for the giving a statement, giving or a statement or information, to give a comment or directive, to give a comment or request. Commission, if I'm not mistaken, giving the what we gonna do, like promise, vow, and declarative, we declare something, and last part I can forget about it. So yeah, there's five that. So I think I found the disadvantage using another disadvantage. That's something that the negative part of the speech act. So what I found is when I use the speech act in one of my essay, I found that it's hard to decide whether it's like it is a statement or it is like a vow. For example, when I analyze the book of the Road book by Cormac McCarthy, analyze the what is it? The speech act. For my assignment, I find it really hard to decide, is this a vow or this is just a statement. So it's like kind of overlapping from one and another. So it's kind of confusing for me. And the next is when the book says like a speech act is hard when used in the real conversation, because when we have a real conversation, sometimes our another speaker, like the back channeling, for I'm not mistaken, the term, like when we talking, they like they saying like, oh yeah, and something like that, like it's how to decide it in the speech act. It's not making a statement, it's not giving request or something, so it's hard to decide whether it's that. So I think speech act cannot use in this kind of criteria. And the last part is, for what I'm mistaken, is like the incomplete sentence, like when we speak and suddenly it cut off. So how to decide it? So that is the I think the part of the speech act that hard to explain. So I think that's it. So there are many things that I must learn again, because I can forget about speech act, and I need more understanding about the, especially in the discourse. And to be honest, it's hard to explain it and read it. So yeah, overall, that is what I understand right now. This is my reading report. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sorry for the noises because other people. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.